Beautiful. And once we have set up our form row as a separate component, we actually want to do the same thing with alert. And at the moment, we don't even have the alert, but basically the way it's going to look like, we're going to have it here when we're adding the job, for example, when we're not passing any kind of values. Same is going to be with the profile, meaning in here we'll showcase it if we're successful, and hopefully you get the gist. So again, this is going to be a component that we reuse all throughout our application, and it kind of makes sense that we right away set it up because in the register we'll also use it as well. So if the user is trying to submit the values or we're getting some kind of error back from the server, we want to display it. And with this one, I right away want to set it up as a separate component. So go to components. You want to create alert.js. And in there, you want to return a div with the class names of alert and alert danger. Now, there's also one for success. And as far as the text, well, you can just place whatever you want over there. Now, eventually, these ones, the class, the type of the alert, as well as the text, is going to be coming from the global context. So that's how we will control it. At the moment, we simply want to set up all the imports and exports. So again, you remember the drill. We're looking for index.js, then we're looking for the component, the register, and then we set everything up. And then in there, for the time being, you can set up show alert in initial state. Again, eventually, it's going to be coming from the global state. But for now, we'll set up the Boolean over there. Now, again, you can go with true or false. Doesn't really matter. Just remember that with true, you'll showcase the alert. With false, you won't. And then right after the login in our return, and then you want to check the state, which is located in the values, and more specifically, show alert. So if it's true, then we display it. If not, then we don't display the alert. So let's get cracking. And we're going to start the journey the same way. We want to navigate, first of all, to a components. We want to create a new one. We're going to go with alert.js. Let's create our component with the snippets. And then for time being, we're going to go with div. Now, these are global classes. Again, if you want to take a look at them, please do that. And we're looking for following classes. We want to set up the alert. And we also want to set up, well, what type of the alert is going to be. Again, eventually this will be dynamic, but I'm just going to go with danger for now. Just keep in mind that you also have here a success one. Again, you can take a look at those classes in the global CSS. And then let's close the div. And then there's going to be a dummy text for now. Alert goes here. We export everything. It looks like there's a tiny mess up over here. So let me remove this not needed div. And then once I have this in place, again, we want to set up the import. So back in the index, I'm going to look for my alert. And then once I've imported, I also want to set up here a proper export. So let's go here and add a comma. Then back in the register, I want to look for my component. And yes, the name will be alert. Then, like I said, for time being, let's just set up here show alert in this state. And since I want to see the alert right from the get-go, I'm going to go with true. And then we will toggle the value. Then let's keep on scrolling. And then, like I said, where we have the heading 3, conditionally, if the show alert is true, then I want to showcase. Now that is sitting in the values. So we go here with values, show alert. And then if that is the case, then we display the alert. Then let's save it. And once we save, we should see the alert. And now let me go to a big screen and let me just showcase how we can toggle that one. So I'm going to inspect. I'm looking for the DevTools. And then in here, I'm looking for the register. And in here, I'm going to shoot for my toggle option where notice show alert is true. But then once we click, it's set back to false. So this is what we're going to do using our global context, where there's going to be a property. And if there's some kind of error, we'll set it equal to true. So then we will display the alert. If not, then the alert won't be displayed. So let me go back over here And you know what? Before I do that, let me just quickly showcase if we have different class, which again will toggle eventually. If we go here with success, then this is going to be green. Hopefully that makes sense. And now let me set it up back in the register equal to false, because again, eventually this is going to be coming from the global state anyway. So let's save this. And once we have everything in place, now we can start setting up the toggle functionality for the member.